Hey, Paula. Hey, baby.
Yes.
All right, it's getting interesting. I don't know if you were able to hear that, but it's
Oh, yes.
okay. Well, we're getting to the bottom of stuff. Jacinda, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm gonna turn it over to Paula and Sharon. Right. Oh, Sharon's gonna speak with you because we had some issues here in the studio, so I didn't get to walk out for a second, and I'm gonna, yeah, I'm going away.
Uh-oh.
Y'all, you guys. So Jacinda, Sharon, Paula, take it away. Sharon, you got it.
Yeah, the Lemore threatened to knock my teeth out. I told her to bring it on. So
Yeah,
She can't
this has been
handle the
deep in the studio, guys, but it's all good.
Okay, what do you have to say to me, Sharon?
oh, Jacinda, the epitome of hypocrite and hypocrisy. That's what you are. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure are. Yeah, I made a DNA page, but I'll show my DNA page when you show your Troll Patrol closed group page. So go ahead and show that and all the statements from there.
Troll Patrol is not mine.
Oh, that's a lie.
Okay.
And that's the thing. At least I own what I do. You'll never own
That's
what you
funny.
do. You'll always be in denial, and that's the sad part.
Sandra's page and Rebel.
That's
not my
why
page.
nothing will ever get resolved.
That's not my page, honey. And you have little room to talk to someone in prison for 4 years, a prostitute. That's your profession. You're a prostitute.
Oh, that's a good
Don't
one.
even-
Prison
Yeah,
for 4
yeah.
years from
Well, I'll
somebody.
send it the proof,
Yeah.
Foster. Don't worry about
We
it.
already got all your screenshots
What-
from
what
the
do
Orange
you
County
do?
Animal
What do you
Shelter.
do? Sharon,
Let's
what do you
see.
do for work?
Child
We'll sit
abuse.
there and judge people.
Child abuse,
room.
child endangerment charges, felony convictions
no,
of
that was
drug
dismissed, sweetie.
trafficking, drug dealing.
I'll send
That's
that
just so
to you,
sad.
Foster, too. That was dismissed.
Oh, that's
You
a good
served
one
4
because
years in prison.
I never spent 4 years in prison.
Yeah, right, Sharon. I'll send you your record, honey.
Yeah, no, give me the actual screenshots or the actual court records like we have up
You're
of
a bully.
yours.
You're a bully. You need to stop.
You're a
You
hypocrite.
have a history of harassment. Pull her record.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, right. You
Sharon,
are
you
a
know,
hypocrite, and like I
You're
said,
a
you
liar,
have
Sharon. You're a
child
liar,
abuse and
you're
child
for the
endangerment
money, and
charges.
You attack people every day.
Oh, let's see. You attack people every day. Donna, Jer,
No,
Marcy,
I defend
Kyle.
People against people like you.
And let's see. Oh, well, when Foster gets back, we'll put
Well,
up all
well,
your
well,
screenshots.
You're a bully. You're
Yeah.
a big bully.
No, I
And I will
speak the
not
truth,
stop
and you can't handle it.
talking to
And you sit there and talk about Donna Barone renting in a room. Honey, you live in a 568 square foot shack, 1 bedroom, 1
It's
bath
my
with your
house.
daughter.
It's my house.
Shit, my master bathroom is better than your
so
whole house.
ridiculous,
So
Foster.
please.
I don't care where you live. Just talk to me. That's how
Yeah,
you know.
well, you obviously care where Donna lives because you can't stop talking about it. Maybe work and upgrade and make more livable, better living accommodations for your daughter than a 560
Maybe
foot
you can
square
get a
shack.
prostitute.
Okay, what I miss? I know that's like walking in the
Jacinda's
ninth
denying-
inning of a baseball game.
Foster
Huh?
Jacinda's denying her criminal record.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jacinda.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I had to go to the bathroom so bad. Listen. Okay, so I think what it was, and again, it was good and bad. Last week I didn't show the whole show, so people made up.
The JD.
Everybody, you know, like I said, it's like Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point basketball game. It was
up the
it was
shots.
at that game. It wasn't televised,
Can you open it?
and it was only about 10,000 people in the stadium, Paula, right? But Wilt and I were 17 years, and you know, he just used to talk about. The joke was that over his lifetime, about 100,000. I mean, yeah, he said at least between 100,000 and 500,000 people told him that they saw that game. You know, so it was really, you know, it's a joke. So that's the way that I see last week's show, because, you know, I didn't air the show yet, and people said all kinds of stuff was said and done. So on that show, it was said that you said, and then somebody sent me some post, as you had sent me many, were about evil things people said. That you said you didn't have a criminal record. So I guess that's what that relates to, correct? That you're saying, Sandra? Sharon? Damn, I need Sandra somewhere in my life. You Sandra, right?
Yes.
All right, we got a Sandra in the studio. All right, Sharon, so you're referring to the comments that she made where she doesn't have a criminal record. Now,
she does, in fact, have one. She did, in fact, serve 4 years in prison.
He's talking about you, darling.
We're talking about you, though. You served 4 years in jail, in prison.
Show me the actual court record, please. Show me not what you pasted on a Word document.
Okay.
They're
Go
all
ahead.
over.
It's all over the place. What do you want to show you?
Pasted on a Word document. Show me the actual
okay,
court
well,
documents.
I would say this. Wait a minute.
Right
All right, I'm going to say, wait a minute.
Do you want me to pull your record and embarrass you?
Yes.
Okay, I will.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I'll post it this evening.
Time out. Hold
I'll
on.
post it
Okay,
this
I need to
evening.
say this.
And Jacinda calls me a prostitute.
Okay, Jacinda, what were you saying now?
Jacinda doesn't.
And I'll show Foster the proof.
Okay, Jacinda.
There's her
What were you
court
saying?
record.
Website. It's
There's-
her picture.
There's Jacinda's
Huh?
court record right
Right.
there.
Here.
All over adult websites.
Wait a minute.
Straight-
I'm gonna.
Oh,
show
no,
you
wait a
courthouse.
second. Wait, guys, I need to deal with one thing at a time. Jacinda, you said that you don't have a criminal record. All right,
I said that?
pardon me?
No, I've been arrested
Okay,
in 2007, and it was dismissed, and I'll show that.
okay, but listen, this is my,
She's not showing you the dismissed part. This is
no, it
how-
says
Right.
dismissed.
Dismissed and
This is,
expunged.
yes,
Yeah, it says
How-
dismissed.
first. They twist truth.
Right, okay, now, guys, listen.
Oh, no, it
What-
doesn't say dismiss. It says dismiss pursuant to that civil code, which means I did it.
But why
I
do you
passed my
care?
probation.
But
Well,
that's the biggest question. Like, why do you care?
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't respond till they started lying and posting mine.
No,
That's
Okay,
why I care.
okay,
I
all right.
responded to
Wait a
their
second.
facts.
Wait a
Bullshit,
second.
Mine
Sharon.
was post. No, you.
Sharon,
Okay.
if you don't stop lying, your nose is going to hit the microphone.
Oh,
Okay,
I don't
hey,
lie,
guys.
honey. You can be in denial
Chris.
forever. You
Wait,
live
that's
in your
good.
denial.
I have a
You're
question.
meth
No, I
induced
don't.
denial.
I don't live in
Okay,
denial.
Yeah, you should
ladies,
do.
ladies, hold on a
Sure
second.
do.
Hold on a second.
You sure
Throat in the
do.
second.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. We can only talk one or two at a time. Hey, wait a second, guys. I want to move on. All right. So, Jacinda, I think we're clear here. All right.
Wait, Foster, can I say how I met Sharon?
Okay.
Red light district.
She was attacking a school teacher named Angela Halfman viciously. And I went in to defend Angela, who they have written her school and tried to get her fired too. So I went into it to defend Angela, and this is how I met this bully.
Oh no! See, she's got it twisted. What she did was she
Oh, my
posted on a
God. I
thread.
can't believe you're
Okay,
you know
wait.
what?
No, you posted on a thread.
You're a
Sharon has a record, a criminal record.
Why
as
would
long
she
as my
post?
arm.
Why would
That's
she
what
post
started
that?
Sharon.
You.
And
Why
if you're
would she
seeing
post
so-
that
if
if
you're
you weren't
saying
attacking Angela?
If you're saying sociopath, at least
You were
give the
attacking
definition.
someone, Sharon.
You were
Okay.
attacking.
Like you always
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
wait a second. Wait a minute.
From 2 years of
I need to know-
screenshots of your attacks on Jer, Marcy, Donna.
You don't know how that
Kyle.
started. You
Hey,
weren't
guys.
in that group. So,
Guys, I
so
need to
what
know-
What are you so knowledgeable
Well,
about when you
same
weren't
here.
there?
You don't know nothing about what I was
I
talking
was.
to Angela.
I saw the
Elena.
thread, and yes, you
Elena.
were bullying
And
her.
I've seen your
Elena,
threads on
who's that?
Kyle,
So
Jer,
what?
Donna, and
So what?
Marcy.
You don't know how it
Straight
started?
up.
You don't know what
See,
they did
that's
to
it.
me?
They
Okay,
can say
guys.
it's
You
one
don't
person,
know.
but another person. I do know.
Okay.
You offered to
No,
foster
no,
for
I never offered to
rescue.
foster for them. That's not
And the
true.
rescue denied you
It's not
from
true.
fostering for them.
That's
And
not
Hold
true.
on a second, guys.
That's a lie.
Hold on. Paula Archer. Hi.
Hi.
All right. Interesting conversation, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to move this forward now. Let me ask, who is on the phones?
I am.
Okay, guys, ladies, hello. I need you to let me know who's on the telephone one at a time.
Here, Lisa.
Okay, I have Lisa. Who else?
Milena.
Milena.
Yes.
Popovich.
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. Good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, and that's Jacinta, right?
Jacinda, yes.
Jacinda.
Keep calling me a flower.
Is that a flower? No wonder it's in the back of my head. I think that's my 5th grade Catholic school thing. They drummed that into my head, and I got a block. Jacinda, how is your record with the dogs and with rescue. Has anybody got anything to say towards that, Sharon?
No, they
Sharon?
have nothing to say about me.
Okay, all
towards
right,
the
wait a minute.
dog.
Then that's all I think I'm interested in.
Her
Correct,
crime
Paula?
is that she's friends with me. That's her big
Oh,
crime.
yeah, well,
That's why I get attacked.
well, you get fucked up. You bad girl. Listen, Paula.
Yes?
Okay, so I think I'm done with the Jacinda conversation, right?
Thank
Jacinda.
you.
Correct. Right? Jacinda.
Yes.
I don't know who they keep talking about, that other woman. Paula, we're done with that. Jacinda, thank you so much, my dear.
Thank you.
I love you, baby, and we will continue this, and we are putting an end to this. If I see anybody posting shit after today, I'll give you everybody for the wrap up of this show. We'll have today until 10 o'clock tonight when everybody's off work and shit. But you can guarantee all the people that didn't see the show, they're going to be telling their friends, oh, this and that and this and that. So
They're not going to stop attacking, Foster.
Oh, they're going to stop attacking because I told you we're starting screenshots on this show. It's going to be a segment called Screenshots.
Yep.
And all the evil shit, I'm going to read back on the air, and we're going to post it all over the
gonna
world
be
and
all
make sure
exposed.
everybody knows
That's a
about
good
it.
idea.
You start talking about people, you start spreading hate. Because we need a rescue police. We want to make the rescue community a better community. We don't need people stealing money from the dogs and dogs ending up in medical experiments and all kind of
We
stuff.
have something called rescue police. We call them animal control.
That's
No,
right. And
animal
instead
control.
instead of us creating a new system, what we need to do is
Right.
work on making animal control.
Well, that's why we were out there
more in
Sunday.
line. That's right.
Was on the protest because
But it's
animal
not just
control.
LA; it's all over the place.
Yes, and we have a new caller who's. Hey, we have a God. Wait a minute, we got a man on the phone.
Yeah, you do, Foster.
Oh,
I'm gonna call
shit.
her and put my 2 cents in.
Thank you, because we could use some 2 cents from a guy standpoint, because these ladies are beating me up. Okay, because next week I'm going to be the bad guy out of all of this, right? So, Richard.
That's right, my friend.
Okay, Richard, I'm going to give you a chance to say something before we move on. Jacinda, thank you so much, dear.
Thank you.
All right, now, you can hear the show. If you hang up, you can watch it on your computer, right?
Yes.
All right, so stay with us. I appreciate it so much, and we're going to clear that phone line for another caller at some point, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so Richard, chime in and tell me what you got to say. So, because I want to turn the floor back over to Sharon and Lemore, and they are going to discuss the things that we need to bring to it ahead on that in the end, and and again, it's a great discussion. I appreciate everyone for taking the time to do the civil thing, man. It's just to have a discussion. So, Richard, say what you have to say, and we'll move on.
Well, my friend, I agree with all these ladies. This drama needs to stop. And I agree that we need transparency in rescue. That's why on our rescue pages, and our .org page is not as up to date as our Facebook. We always keep our dogs when they're adopted. We get pictures of the doctor and the dog together. We post them, and we have all the facts everybody will ever need. We pull the dog all the way from the time we get the dog, the time leaves our care and goes to somebody else. And we even get follow-up pictures. Post them on our Facebook page.
So,
that's what's great about Facebook. We do that constantly. If you adopt a dog from me 2 years ago, I'll contact you every once in a while. Hey, Foster, how's that dog doing? Hey, let me send you a picture. He's doing great. And I post it on the Facebook page. So
right.
you can see it. But my problem is, and this is the most childish, asinine, fucking idiot shit I've ever heard in my life. When you bring somebody's kid onto the show or into this mess, I want to drive out to California and stomp your ass. I am tired of this shit.
Right. Exactly. No. And I totally agree. So, Richard, the fact that someone asked for follow-up pictures of the dogs that people pull, number one, and because again, I don't know rescue like all you guys. You guys are experts, and I applaud that. That's why I have you. I'm supporting you guys. But you take money from pledges for a dog, and you pull it, and then you take the dog out of the shelter, and you take it to this mysterious place, and in all of this other stuff. And people ask, where's the dog going? Richard, you tell me, we've been friends for a couple of years. That's not asking. That's not something out of the way, correct?
No, it's not. And if you're a good rescue, you're going to be transparent.
Right.
You know, and we have anywhere from 40 dogs to 50 dogs at any time in our rescue. Some are sanctuary dogs that will never leave our rescue because they're older, they have hip problems, something, you know, that we don't want to trust the general public with because we know when that dog is suffering, and we'll make a decision, the right decision at the time it needs to be made.
And you have the facility to be able to keep that dog. You know, but Richard, tell me this though. At the same time, if like what Wendi is saying, if there's a bunch of barracudas, if you turn that information over to these people about where you got the dog, and this pit of snakes attacks your fosters and other people who you depend on to keep what you're doing going, that's wrong, right?
It is wrong. Because,
and you shut down.
We are
I'd like to ask, Richard, if somebody asked you to identify your list of fosters, would you hand that list over? Regardless of fighting. There it is.
No, I would not.
Okay, so that's understand. That's not out of the way, Richard.
No, it's not. And I will post a picture of my foster with the dog. And, you know, a lot of my fosters are also my board members of my rescue.
Okay.
So, I mean, they get their pictures out there all the time.
Okay,
you know,
but if it...
everybody.
Right.
Okay,
do you disclose their name, their addresses, their phone numbers? Because that's what these girls get a hold of. They get a hold of your information, your personal info, and then they attack and pillage your personal life, your career, your business.
That's fucking, to me,
it's
again,
insane.
I'm not a rescue expert. I'm just a common Joe, John Q. Public. But when I hear that, you know, you just make sense. That's fucked up. So we're not going to have that. But in Wendi's case, we're going to get that resolved. And Richard, I'm glad you called in to, you know, chime in on this because to me, and I guess what we're talking about is the tax. We got to stop. We're cutting out the attacks. That's why we're going to start the screenshot segments where I'm going to read back what people write. So you're not going to be able to get away with just writing some shit about somebody to destroy someone's character. You know, you can't talk about this woman. You can't talk about that woman in a little darkness black hole where it's only no one will know. The world will know.
The appropriate thing to do is to add those people to those PMs so they can see firsthand what's being said and respond to it.
That's right.
Cowards won't do that.
Cowards don't do that.
They block you. And you know what? That's why I started...
The cowards aren't part of this conversation.
That's why I started doing the Edna thing, is because I would grab their comments and their posts and I would read them and tear them apart because they were so goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay. And it's one of those Ednas I got to ask you about though. Actually, now that she brought the Edna up, okay? Because I mean, I was looking at some Ednas, you know. Now you gotta explain to me, all right? Because we just talked. We said what was said about that woman's son was a fucked up comment today. I think everybody agrees with that, you know, because the bottom line is if you got a sick kid, you in pain all the goddamn time. First of all, and if the kid is terminal, and it's terminal for 6 months, and it lives for 6 months and a day, you are goddamn happy, you know, much less 2 years or whatever. That has nothing. I understand her point, but Maria, that was a cold fucking comment. Now,
it was.
Yeah, would you, Lemore, I got asked that there was one Aetna that you did that was dealing with this woman's father or grandfather or something in the hospital dying or something.
Who?
Oh fuck, I don't know. Who do you have any of that? You know about that? You did a Aetna that it was somebody dying.
Oh, Desiree. She made fun of Desiree's father.
Oh no, he died 6-7 years ago.
Right, and you did a Aetna.
Yeah.
On him? Why? That's cold. That seemed...
Why? I'll tell you why.
Please tell me.
I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
Because she called Child Protective Services on my kid. Because she had my son pulled out of class one time, interrogated in my home another time. She's called my son a retard. And my son, by the way, has nothing wrong with him. He's a perfect angel kid, okay?
He's a good kid.
What?
Perfect kid. He's got no disabilities, nothing wrong with him. She called him a retard. She contacted my parents. She contacted my brother. She contacted my vendor.
No shit.
So you know what? Her dad's in a goddamn box underneath her goddamn bed, in bones, in pieces.
Right.
And you know how I found out? because the gentleman that was the mortician on the funeral, she was stalking him for a whole 2 years. And when he saw my name on the internet in connection with hers, because she did a bunch of shit on the internet with my name, he contacted me from Michigan.
And
told me about it.
Okay, so and again, I'm not part of this conversation. That's why Sharon is here, and I'm going to let you guys talk. But it's just like I was asking Wendi about the list of where the dogs are. Because, see, to me, that didn't seem an out-of-the-way question. If you are pulling dogs and this is your business and somebody asks, where are these dogs